One thing I wouldn't have predicted about 2022 is how crazy awesome the golf sneakers have been. I mean, we've had the Jordan 1s, the lows, of course. We had the 12s. There's other Jordan releases coming in the golf sphere that are just looking phenomenal. We have the FootJoy by Buscemi collab, which blew me away. Again, like completely unexpected. Even that Palm Trees by Puma/Cobra collab, where not just the clothes and the shoes, but even the hardware. I mean, those drivers were gorgeous. And then you have the Puma golf sneaker as well. That collab with the blue and the gold and the white, just I'm excited. I'm going to try to get my hands on that as well. But here we are now, and I find myself thinking that I might need a Stan Smith to golf in. Just wild. I mean, I guess I didn't even think I would ever see a Jordan 1 golf shoe, let alone a Jordan 1 low golf shoe, so anything is possible. Today we're talking about a very surprisingly dope collaboration, the Adidas by Vice Golf Stan Smith G, I guess you would call it, in this just slimy green colorway. I think it's called Signal Green, but I'm calling it slime. Before we get into it though, let's first take a closer look. All right, guys, welcome back. And now that you've seen a closer look of these bad boys right here, welcome back. My name is Steve. Thank you for joining us. And if you're new here, consider joining the fam. You guys are what makes this sneaker channel great. You guys are the greatest, and I love each and every last one of you. Also, the links in the description, links to cop these bad boys, pretty much at retail, mostly at retail, as well as other links, protective shoe spray, cleaning kits to keep your kicks clean, my favorite sneaker books, all that good stuff. You can find down in the description. Now, these right here, the Stan Smith is not necessarily a model that I would consider or think about when I think about a golf shoe conversion, although we've seen more and more conversions of classic sneakers into golf shoes, so it only makes sense, and the silhouette lends itself very nicely. It's definitely in the same vein as your Jordan 1 lows, maybe some Air Force 1s. This in particular, though, takes it to another level. So this collaboration is with Vice Golf. If you're not familiar with Vice Golf, they make some pretty renowned golf balls. I believe they are based in the UK. Very dope brand, and they have done some collabs with Adidas Golf before. There were some Ultra Boost golf sneakers that they did with Adidas that were super dope. They came out maybe 4 or 5 years ago now, so they're not new to this or true to this. This one though is just like, this color is amazing. It's so bright that it feels like it's glowing in the dark when you're looking at it in a dark room, and this is one of 3 colors that they dropped. So they dropped this, they dropped a very bright red, and they also dropped a crispy white pair as well. So if you're not into these bright colors, which typically is not my jam, but I already have the Jordan 1 lows in all white, so I figured I'm going to try this instead just to see how it feels. You can go for that all white one and be looking mighty clean. So first things first, my impressions out of the box were that this thing has a really nice weight to it. This midsole and outsole is very thick and heavy in a good way. Like, this is going to be a nice stable ride for you, and it feels pretty comfortable as well. The track pattern is kind of a knobby one here. Kind of reminds me of those old Adidas sandals. You know which ones, with all the little humps that you used to stand on. I thought they felt good. Some people didn't like those, but that's what this reminded me of anyway. And this just feels like a nice, solid, stable platform. It has definitely been tuned for golf and developed for golf. This is not your typical Stan Smith midsole and outsole that you're getting here. And then the leather on this feels really nice, very soft. The entire upper is done in leather, and it all feels great. Obviously not quite as buttery soft as the Buscemi FootJoys, but feels phenomenal for the $120 price point I believe these were released at. Like, great price point. I think it was spot on. This shoe feels like it's every bit of 120 and probably could have been more. So other than this super bright monotone colorway you have happening here, the other big design element on these is this paint splatter motif you have going on along the midsole. You have it around the heel counter here with the debossed Stan Smith and Adidas logo. You have it continued on the tongue as well, so it starts at the bottom here. You can see little specks going up the tongue. Tongue is also leather, also feels very nice, nicely padded on the inside as well. Feels like a little vinyl lining on the inside. You have more graphic work done on the sock liner as well, and of course on the tongue you have the Adidas Stan Smith with the classic endorsed by logo. In this instance though, Stan is rocking a Vice golf hat, which is pretty cool. And on the lateral side of the shoe here, you have more debossed wording. It says "Embrace your Vice," which is the tagline for Vice Golf. And then probably the coolest design element on this sneaker, in my opinion, is the Vice perforated into the lateral side of the shoe. So you see here the VICE, and then on the medial side you have the classic 3 stripes perforation happening there. And then it's the opposite on the other shoe. So on the left foot you'll have the stripes on the lateral side, the Vice on the inside. The medial steel side, and then you'll have this one vice versa. So depending on what angle someone's looking at you from, you can see the vice on one side, the stripes on the other. So it's a nice equal collaboration. Everybody's happy. Very much a special edition shoe. Aside from the monotone laces, you also get a pair of black laces, which I think are going to pop on these. I think the black laces, that contrast is going to look phenomenal. I'm into that. I'm probably going to swap them out before I even get these green ones dirty. Maybe just keep these green ones on ice, because the black, I can already tell it's going to look awesome. Now, the feel and the fit, I went with what would be my true size for Air Force One, so I went with a size 12, and they fit exactly the way they're supposed to. I mean, easy on, easy off with this model. Maybe I could even go a half size down if I wanted a snugger fit, but this is perfect. So I recommend whatever size you do in like an Air Force One, or maybe whatever size you would do in a regular Stan Smith, that is the way to go with these. The ride feels great. It feels like a shoe that you can do those miles in if you're a walker. I don't know if there's enough cushion maybe for comfort wise if you're doing like an 18-hole walk, but then again, the stability is probably going to carry you. I mean, you're going to be fine. I would venture to say that these are definitely more comfortable than the Jordan 1 lows. Like, those are okay. This platform feels like it has a little bit more give to it, and it's a little bit thicker. And so I think these are going to win out in terms of comfort and all-day use. There is a part of me that is starting to consider copying the all-white pair, just because that's definitely more part of my aesthetic. I'm definitely more of a cleaner, less flashy type of dressed person, but I do feel drawn to these, probably because I have them now, and I love how wild they are. And you know, I guess the golf course is one place where you can take some chances fashion-wise, although I don't recommend a lot of the things that some people do on the golf course, but you know, there is a little bit of room for maybe showing more of your true colors, I guess, in some ways. This one feels like I might just, you know, when I'm feeling saucy one day, bust this pair out. Otherwise, maybe I'll just rock with the Jordan 1 lows every now and then, or maybe, I mean, I have it in cart. I'm probably gonna get the white pair, but I need to know what you think about these bad boys down in the comments below. Did you cop these? Are you into these? Are you gonna cop them? I wanna know. Check out some other golf reviews you can find right here, as well as sneaker reviews on this channel all day long, guys, so join the fam. I hope you have a great day, good evening, good night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.